Hi everyone, it's Elizabeth, the dietitian, back again. I hope everyone had a nice Memorial Day weekend. Took some time to appreciate those who have sacrificed everything for our country. And it's also the unofficial start of summer. So I thought we might talk about some ways to include more vegetables. Now, we always talk about making half your plate fruits or vegetables, right? And in that pie chart that we've been talking about for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks is, making half of our plate fruits and vegetables. And if we looked at our plate like a pie chart, half of our plate should be fruits or vegetables, right? So if we look at how we should be eating for the entire day, half of everything we eat for the day should be fruits and vegetables. And some people find it challenging, and some people tell me they think it's boring. I don't get it because there's so many different flavors and textures and colors of vegetables, more so that than of starches, right? You get your potatoes, your bread, your rice, your pasta, but you have your tomatoes and you have your carrots and your cucumbers and your Brussels sprouts and your Swiss chard. There's just so many different flavors. So I thought we might talk about a summer salad today as a way to get more vegetables in and maybe make it a little more exciting. So a friend of mine gave me some Brussels sprouts and I shredded them. You can see here. These are just shredded Brussels sprouts. You can buy shredded Brussels sprouts in the grocery store. I've seen them at Market Basket, once again, because that's where I shop. But these ones were whole, so I just used my Cuisinart to shred them. But some people, you may take a knife and shred them, or use a grater to shred them. Be careful of your fingers, though. Or a mandolin, I guess. I don't know. I don't think that would be very safe, so don't do that. Never mind. All right, so here's the recipe. I just took what I had for Brussels sprouts and I shredded them. And now I also had an apple that I diced up and a little bit of onion. And I'm gonna add that to my bowl. And now I'm gonna make a dressing. I'm gonna make a dressing. So my dressing is 1/3 cup. Actually, I'm only gonna do a 1/4 cup, so it's a little bit lighter in fat, of olive oil. And you can just mix this in a jar. I did not have any clean jars, so I did 1/4 cup of olive oil, and then we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. I got some local maple syrup. And then 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. And the nice thing about this salad too is the Brussels sprouts are a pretty hearty, kind of it's high in fiber, so it can withstand to soak in its dressing for a little bit longer, whereas the other salads you wouldn't want to mix them up right away, just because the leaves would get soggy. But the nice thing about the Brussels sprouts is because they are so hardy, their leaves are hardier, we don't have to worry about them getting soggy. So it can sit and marinate in it for a couple of days, so you can make a big portion of this and have it over a couple of days. All right, so I just mixed this together. So now I have my onions, my apples. Oh, I almost forgot. I have some almonds I'm gonna add to it, some sliced up almonds. But if you don't have almonds, you could do sunflower seeds. Those would be delicious too. Okay. I'm sure over these past couple of weeks you've realized that I don't really measure a whole lot. Sometimes I do. The fats, I think it's important too. And now I'm going to pour my dressing over my salad. I'm also going to put a little bit of salt and pepper over it. Because once again, you know my love of pepper. And we do need a little bit of salt, but we definitely want to keep that pretty limited. And now we're going to mix this up. And the Brussels sprouts my friend gave me, they were black Brussels sprouts. They look purple. But this salad will be nice and colorful. And like I said, you could always buy your Brussels sprouts shredded at the grocery store. I used a shredder in my Cuisinart though, which is just a little blade. And you could always use, like if you had a little food processor, you could use that. It's falling all over the place. Let's shift the view so you can see me stirring this. All right, so now you get to see the salad. I'm going to mix it up to coat it evenly with the salad dressing. This salad is so colorful and nice. And I'm gonna have it today with some ham and cheese in a puff pastry that I had made left over from dinner a couple nights ago. This is definitely going to be the biggest part of my plate, and then the ham and cheese and the puff pastry are gonna be a very small part. Now, some people that I work with, they don't like to eat Brussels sprouts because they are bitter. Now, to make them less bitter, what we say to do is cut off the end. So make sure you trim off the base of it. Also, the more air that your Brussels sprouts are allowed to get, the more that bitterness kind of dissipates into the air. So with the Brussels sprouts, with them shredded like this, if you let them set for a little while shredded, some of that bitterness should leave. And if you, so it's a good thing to do, and the more surface area, the more bitterness that will leave as well. If you were to say roast Brussels sprouts, cutting off the ends and then cutting them in half, once again, it opens it up to let them air out a little bit, I guess would be another way to word it. So if you are thinking about trying Brussels sprouts, maybe consider doing ones with more surface area so that they can lose some of that bitter flavor. And so that's it for today. Really quick, easy salad for the summer. And let's see here, like, subscribe, share, make a comment, all that good stuff. And we will see you again in a couple days. I hope you have a wonderful day today. Stay cool. Bye.